morning, what I'd like for each of you to do is turn to the lady to your left and say, I am an ambitious woman. I want you to turn to the lady to your left, to your right, and say, I am a woman of strength. Okay. I had to do that to set the stage on what I want to talk to you guys about today. And that is about understanding how your belief and your mindset really controls the success that you have in your business. And I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about when I got involved in Ambit. And I was a little skeptical and doubtful. How many people were like that when they first got in? Let's be honest, right? And I was doing that for a number of reasons. One is my husband and I have been very blessed to have for the last 10 years our own engineering company. And I was really busy. I mean, we were doing well. But because I was busy, I didn't have any time. I didn't think that I could do this business, right? How many of us came into the business thinking that? When am I going to find time to put one more thing on my plate, right? So what I did is I started being negative, right? And started coming up with excuses, right? We all do that, right? Oh, I don't know network marketing. Oh, I don't know how to build a network marketing business. I don't know the energy to regulation space. When am I going to have time to figure this out? But a strange thing, well, I could say not a strange thing, a real thing happened to me in my business in 2011 that really made me change my mindset about my business. In 2011, the federal government couldn't pass a budget. And I had to furlough 14 people that worked for me because I couldn't pay them. And that was devastating for me, guys, because I had never been in a situation like that before where I could not pay my employees. But you know what? That was when I had my first aha moment. And that aha moment was, you know what? As long as I am dependent upon someone else to stroke a check to allow me to meet my financial needs, I could never be financially free. You all agree? Yeah. So at that moment, I made a choice to take a chance to make a change in my thinking about my business. And why was that important? Because our choices and actions are driven by our beliefs, and our beliefs by our mindset, right? So guess what? I had to do a checkup from the neck up, right? I had to really start thinking about my business differently. Because, you know, we are what we think, right? And we become and we achieve the things that we focus on. So if we're focused on negative thoughts and what we can't do and what we won't try to do, guess what? We won't accomplish it. So you know what? I changed my thinking. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do this business. I'm going to become a student of Ambit Energy. All right? I'm going to focus on affirmation, positive affirmations. I will do the invitation. I will do the presentation. I will do those three-way calls, even though a lot of times I wasn't comfortable. I'm being totally transparent. And you know why that was so hard for me to accept? Because I had breathed in front of 500 and 600 people in my IT field with confidence. But I couldn't get this energy to regulation thing down. But you know what? I wasn't going to be defeated because I was going to succeed at this. And you know what happened? The more and more that I talked from positive affirmations and I was positive about my business, changes started occurring. I became more confident, right? And I became more comfortable with the uncomfortable, okay? Because there were times when I would have to get up, and some of you saw me the first time I did my first business presentation. Sister Terry was there. She'll tell you I was a nervous wreck. But you know what? I wasn't going to be defeated. I wasn't going to quit. Because you know what? Failure is our way of succeeding at learning and doing things, right? And we don't fail, we don't get better, guys, right? So guess what? When I would fail, I learned that I had to fail fast and adapt. You know what I mean by that? That whenever I had a situation where I did something that I didn't think I did my best at, or I think I need improvement, I would take a step back. I would look at that situation, and I would say, how could I have done that better? You know, where could I make some mid-course corrections so the next time I do that, I'll excel at it? And so I kept doing that. I kept doing it. And then I would go back and I would try again. And guess what? A funny thing happened along the way. I got better at it. I got more comfortable with it. You know why? Because I didn't have a pity party. You know, Esther says it all the time. Don't discipline your disappointments. You know what? Because sometimes you win, but sometimes you learn. Right? You have to embrace, you all can clap. You have to embrace your failures, right? You have to embrace them and say, what can I learn from this and how can I grow from this? And I loved yesterday what Michelle was saying is that you have to develop a personal growth and development plan, right? What's so critical is you have to learn that self-development is such a big part of this business. You know, none of us come in here knowing how to run a network marketing business unless you're I.E. Moses and you've done this before and you have this down to a science, okay? But I didn't come from that school. So you know what? I had to figure out what are those things that I need to improve upon. Follow up, dealing with obstacles, communicating with people. And you know what? I became a student of Ambit Energy in the recruitment process. You know, my car is Ambit University. I'm always listening to videotapes. You know, and that's how you get better. And the other thing you have to learn, ladies, is you got to be your own cheerleader. You have to learn to encourage yourself, ladies. You know, sometimes you just got to sit down and have a good talking to yourself, right? Right? And say, you know what, I am not going to let my negative attitude affect my performance. You know, and then I'm going to do the best that I can to excel whatever task I want to do. You have to encourage yourself to say, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be cheerful. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to give an excellent presentation because you know what? This business is about blessing other people, right? And you can't bless other people if your attitude is not right. Okay, and always think about that. I have on my paper here, I think you all have it, I have a quote that I wanted to read to you. I think it really touches on what I'm talking about here. And it says, choosing to do the right thing to make a difference in your life is about making a decision to choose. Even if making that decision to choose means you are alone in that choice. You don't have to allow the fear of the unknown cloud your thinking, even though the path becomes too hard, sometimes causing us to run back to what is comfortable and what we know, even if what we know is broken beyond repair. And so what this is really saying is you really have to be willing and courageous and confident to do whatever it takes, ladies, to change the outcomes in your life, even if it's not popular. How many of us have gone and talked to our friends and family and they're like, you're doing what? You know what? You have to have a belief and a conviction, but you know, I know that you all do because you know why? Because you're here today. You're here this weekend, right? Give yourself a round of applause for being here today. And that's because I know you believe in yourself, you believe in your dream, but most importantly, you believe in this awesome opportunity that we have with Ambit Energy to change our financial future. But let me just leave one point with you guys. Remember, you have to always, always have a positive mental attitude in everything you do because it's going to dictate your beliefs and your mindset and all of the outcomes and the results, not only in your Ambit business, but in your life. So ladies, thank you so much for allowing me to share with you this evening and this morning. I don't even know what time it is. And, you know, I wish you all the best in your Ambit journey. Thank you.